Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about brands, communities, and religion, which is, it's one of those names that sounds very fancy, very, oh, I want to hear about that. He's totally going to bash religion. I'm not. But above all, I want to guide you through what can a brand learn from religion? I mean, religion is probably one of the oldest, most successful businesses in history. And back then, there were no marketing channels. The way that they did their marketing is through community, which is something that taps into our most basic needs. We are all human. We all have the need to belong to something, to belong to a group, to belong to someone. So it's easy to see that communities are important. Can we all agree with that? Yes, community is important. Cool. I think so too. And in the 21st century, and especially for brands, for companies, they're important because they do all of these things. They will give you advocates. They increase the return of investment of your marketing activities. They provide insights. Your creative pool is stronger with lots of people contributing. You can tap into communities for your market research, and just in general, when you have to deliver the KPIs to your bosses, they actually also bump up the loyalty indicators of the brand, which leads to repeat purchases. So all of this is very tightly weaved together. And religion, so like I've said before, they have done communities right. In a very strong way. If you think what are the strongest communities available these days, the strongest ones are always, forgetting politics, the strongest ones are always religious communities. Because, I mean, there are several reasons for this. We're going to go through them. But above all, those communities, when you feel like you don't belong to anything, those communities give you purpose, which is very, very, very important. So, there's lots of studies done on communities and religion. And ultimately, when you think about organized religion, I believe that religion is something that's individual and it's for ourselves. So I'm not bashing anything, but an organized religion is pretty much a branded community. So it's a community of people that get together under an umbrella of a brand. Christianity has a few flavors, Islamism, all of these things. So if you look at religion alone, forget brands and marketing, go look at theology studies. Good religion rests on three very important pillars: beliefs, symbols, and space. These are the three pillars that every single successful religion has managed to implement and have. Yes, that. Every single successful religion managed to implement and have all of these three things. So, what are these three things? When you think about beliefs, they are pretty much the values of the religion. Religions believe in a specific set of values. I'm pretty sure you all know the Christianity. We have the Holy Bible, which is the Holy Scripture that has, you have the Ten Commandments, you have the values that, or the good values and principles that you are supposed to follow, or at least when you read, you're supposed to feel something towards that. It's about the goodness, it's about the sharing, it's about loving your neighbors. And religions have this very, very well implemented across the board. So that's the Quran. Over there in the corner are the Holy Scriptures of Confucianism. So how can a brand have a set of beliefs? I mean, brands already have sets of beliefs. It's their values. If you think about it, strong, big brands have brand books. They will have a mission statement. They will have a vision. They will have something that, hopefully, if done well, will empower their customers and their employees to do more, you know, to be something very far in the future perhaps, but these things are meant to inspire you. And brands do this very, very, very well. I mean, they try to do this very well. Symbols, not just symbols, also rituals. So, you know, we're all familiar with this. It's a pretty famous one. That's a Jewish menorah. It's what you light up on your on the runway to Hanukkah, and Confucianism again. So, why are symbols important? Symbols and rituals. So I call it just symbols because for me a ritual is also a symbol. So these things, when you have them in your house, when you wear them, when you display them, what these things do is they tell other people who you are affiliated with. So if I have this at the entrance of my house, or maybe if I'm wearing it around my neck, someone who's interacting with me will know that I'm Christian. Maybe they won't know what particular flavor of Christian I am, but they will know that I am Christian. And if I am proud of it, if I believe in the set of values, in the vision of this specific religion, this is something that I'm proud of. I would wear this and I would be proud of it. Rituals are also very important because they are the things that you do with other people that follow the same set of beliefs that you do. Christmas, the family gets together. You give gifts. It's when families, you know, fight. It's when families love. It's when families share time that they might not have otherwise. Because, you know, people live everywhere these days. And if you think about Christmas, it is, or Hanukkah, it is a moment where people get together under the umbrella of a brand, in this case, a religion, but a religious brand, and they have rituals that they share. And this also fuels that need of belonging that we have. We belong to this, we do this. And that is so important to all of us. I'm not sure if you're familiar with, on Wednesdays we wear pink. That's exactly tapping into the same thing that it's inside all of us, that need to belong to something, that yearn to be a part of something bigger. So, does anyone know what brand that is? Sorry? Yes, it's Louboutin. And that is a symbol of that brand. You are proud, or the girls, are proud to wear heels that have a red sole. They're expensive. They're nice shoes. Of course, you want people to, without being too flashy, of course you want people to know that you're affiliated with Louboutin. They're just amazing. They make legs look great. And does anyone know this one? Yes, it's this little one somewhere here. That is. Tommy is known for putting very little, like, symbols. I swear there was one. There we go. Very, very little discrete symbols into their clothing. And it's one of Tommy's symbols, again, which is, it's discreet, understated, but it's there. So it's a brand that people like to wear, like to show off, like I just did, because you know it's moderately expensive. I bought this specifically for this talk. It's moderately expensive, and when someone wears something which is Tommy, you know the person will have at least somewhat of a refined taste. And that's something that I want to be associated with. I want people to see me and perceive me that way, be it true or not. Starbucks does rituals very well too. How many times, and we're mostly all Mediterranean here, so how many times have you been to Starbucks and they asked you, what's your name? And you're like, Michael. I'm Nuno. But they always spell it wrong. I've seen every single variation of my name. Nuno. Nuno is the most common one, weirdly. Bruno. Once they wrote Paulo, and I said, wow, where'd you get that? But before, Starbucks used to write your name on the cup, and they would say, they would call you out loud. I think they stopped that because it's a bit awkward. Lots of names are just unpronounceable. But it is a ritual that you like. It is a ritual that you enjoy. And regardless of if you like or don't like Starbucks, this ritual turns the whole going into Starbucks into an experience. They shout your name, you go into the little sofas, and you're holding that symbol, that logo, the mermaid, and it's a familiar place. It's a resting place, and they do that brilliantly, and I'm pretty sure that's why they still keep doing it, because it's just a Starbucks ritual. There's no getting around it. They will write your name on the cup. Next, space. Very important. Very, very, very important. You need. So when you are thinking about a religion, one of the most important things that a religion can have is space. Why? Because people like to get together. People like to talk about their beliefs. People like to share these moments. And in most of these spaces, they also end up sharing their symbols and rituals. And this is a very, very, very human necessity. And brands, they replicate this too. Look at that. So when creating a community, you have My Starbucks Idea, where there's people crazy about Starbucks. And they go in there, talk to each other, give Starbucks ideas. Starbucks has generated over 100 new products and marketing campaigns exclusively from their community over that My Starbucks Idea website, which is amazing. Amazon Vine Voice, the program where they send free stuff to Viners in exchange for reviews. That's been canned now. The reviews were a bit biased. But they had a huge community of people who just, oh, I just got this is amazing, you should try this product. And they were talking to each other, there were forums for it. TripAdvisor, I log in, let's hear from you. Where have you traveled today? I can write my review, I can leave comments. If I'm passionate about traveling and about the place that I go to TripAdvisor, I just write them down. There's space for me to do that. And that's Google Local Guides. What they're doing now to create a better, stronger community, a community around local guides, is now they have meetups. So if you really like your city, you become a local guide, and then you can even meet other local guides from your city, and the objective is pretty much just taking pictures, giving reviews, and putting everything on Google Maps. Okay. And all of this feels really right? It's cool. I mean, it makes sense. Like all of these things, yeah, they're doing it really well. How do you put it in practice? So I used to work at Boticca. I did marketing with them, and it was not a religion. It was a fashion accessories marketplace, and we had a huge rebrand. We went through a huge rebrand, and we were thinking about what is the core values of our brand, what do we stand for, and we did the typical rebrand shit. And so when we made the new Boticca, the new experience, we wanted community around it, because this was all about championing creative people all around the world who build jewelry with their hands. So let's see, how do you put these three pillars, and how can you weave them into your product? How do you weave them into your marketing? And community is not something that should be done by marketing. It should be done by everyone in the company, products. So there has to be a company-wide buy-in. Otherwise, it's just this half-baked stuff that's over there in the corner, and then it's like most communities. I think it's, I don't know the full number, but 95%. There's Brand Republic does studies on this. It's like 95% of online communities end up dying in the first 2 or 3 years. And I mean, it makes sense because communities are difficult to pull off. They're difficult to do. So let's see how we did it. We had a core set of beliefs at Boticca. We believe that when you buy the precious things that you wear every day, you should purchase things that have a story, that were well made, and you should buy them directly from the person or the brand that made them. So none of this distributor thing. No, you buy directly from the designer. You buy directly from the brand, from the people that actually picked up the metal and made the stuff. Our tagline was, "I'd rather wear a unique story." And the kind of marketing we did was all very sentimental. It was supposed to aim for your heart because our products were really expensive, and sometimes it's a bit difficult to justify the prices of some products. But if you think that they were handmade by an artisan on the other side of the globe, and he's the one that's actually going to pick it up, put it in the shipping container, send it to you, it's amazing. So it gets expensive. So what was once a weapon of war is now a bracelet that's a sign of love. This year, don't just give a gift, give a story. This was an artisan, for example, that picked up mines. So they would disassemble mines from minefields, I think in Laos. And then they would use the aluminium from the mines to do bracelets and necklaces. And they called it love bombs. There's power in this, guys, right? It's you know, the beliefs that we try to infuse in our brand, in our customers, in our community, are powerful things that kind of make you want to, yes, I want to be better. I want to do this. I want to be associated with this awesomeness. You know, this that I'm wearing used to be a mine, like a mine that exploded and killed people, which is pretty fucking awesome. Symbols. We believed that everything was handcrafted. Therefore, our icons on the website must be handcrafted too. So we did everything on paper. So the design team, I can't. The design team did everything on paper. They used stencils. They cut. They digitized everything. So we had a pretty rough set of designs. Of course, when they're small, they look neat. But they were handmade too. Our imagery on the website was handmade. We used lots of woods, metals in all across the branding to promote exactly these beliefs. And finally, the space. So for a community to exist, you always have to have space. So first, with beliefs, you give them a reason to be with you. And then with symbols, you give them a way to showcase that they're with you. And very important, you just leave them by themselves. Don't micromanage, don't control, don't encourage things. No. Just leave people be. Because if your beliefs and symbols are right, and if they resonate with people, they will want to talk about it. And they will want to talk about it freely, not controlled by your brand. So what we did was, for example, we had the edit on the front page of the website. So if you hashtagged Boticca, there were people filtering what photos got into the front page of the website, but you would be showcased on the first page, wearing the jewelry that you bought, the handmade precious metal that you bought, and people loved it. We also had the capacity to contact the designer. So if you're a customer and you like, this beautiful necklace, you can talk to the designer and say, "Oh, I really like this necklace, but would it be possible to maybe make that red thing blue?" And they would do it for you. So you're buying a product that you can almost make. We had customers that loved our designers so much that every single time they bought a piece, they would just talk to the designer, "Oh, hey, I just bought this. Really, I can't wait. Cool." And that's also space. And at the end, that's me. And that's our showroom. We had a showroom in the office upstairs that was open to everyone. It's literally just a display of jewelry in a stark white room. And we encouraged the designers, so one side of our funnel. We encouraged the customers to just, are you in London? Pop by. We want to meet you, we want to talk. Yay, come over, this is fun. We did workshops there. We had designers, we asked them to, marketing campaigns, of course, but to come into the workshop, the showroom, and work there. Just do some jewelry there while we're there, and we'll chat. And there's also lots of power on this. I mean, community is not just about your clients, it's also about your company, it's also about your internal stakeholders. So the results of this rebrand of infusing community throughout everything: sales through content. So we had stories ran around customers, around the designers. They jumped from 3 to 20%. So sales that went through the content path. The customer LTV went up. The email messages of hub type, people were just opening them. They liked them. We had brand-oriented positive reviews. And the communication between customers and designers, of course, increased from the previous system. And we had advocates. Like, what? I love Boticca and the designers they showcase. Incredible, unique, and that's a screenshot from Trustpilot. Incredible, unique, and beautifully crafted. Each piece truly represents a special moment in my life. The speed with which they travel across the globe is amazing, and the items, every single one, have always exceeded my expectations. This is awesome. This is natural. It happened. We also had another lovely customer that decided, every single time we launched a new designer, decided that, you know, they would say hi to every single designer we launched. Oh, hi, how are you? I hope you like it here. Who are you? A customer. And we had other people that just say, I'm buying everything this designer makes. Is there a new piece? I'll buy it. Which is awesome. So in conclusion, religion does it really, 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 really right. And when you do it really, 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 really right, you generate that kind of people. And that kind of people is the kind of people that you want to be your advocates. They will be crazy about you. It's super fun. And brands, it's difficult. It's difficult to make community right. Typically, brands make it about themselves. They say, oh, if we leave this forum here with 20 moderators, conversation will just naturally spawn. No, there are things that you have to do. You have to inspire people. You have to give them a way of showcasing who you are. You have to allow them to exist without 25 moderators. And some of these things might actually just spawn naturally without you having to implement themselves. And then when people gather around, oh, there's a new marketing channel. Hey, people made a community about me here. Now, thinking points, the important stuff. The social image of brand association, people usually care about it much more than they do about the brand. Much more. So give them a reason to want to showcase your brand, because they will want their friends to see, oh, I want people to know that I'm you know, a brand follower like of that brand, because you know it's refined, like this logo, like it's nice, it's refined, and I want people to see me that way. Then give your community oh, is this what I was talking about? Promote priests. When you have crazy, crazy, crazy people that just absolutely love you, make them your priests. Give them access to special things. Maybe a discount is the cheap way out, but give them access to special things. You know, invite them into your office, or just send them a little gift occasionally. They will love it. They will love it, and they will post it on social media, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, the Boticca team just did this. It's really fun." The community is not for you. Community is for your users. Your users, not you. Let them be. Leave them alone. Things will be just fine. Things will be just fine. Forget love. Love sucks. No one wants a community with love fests. No. Embrace animosity. People like to discuss, and that's okay. Community should be engineered before you engineer your brand. It's very, very, very important that community is not for marketing. Marketing does not do community. Marketing actually sucks at community. Everyone does community. Product does community. Sales, operations does community. Everyone in the company has to be geared towards making the whole thing available for everyone. And then social media is also not your community. Forget this. If you think it is, you're wrong. It's not owned by you. It's just something that someone else owns, and you cannot actually properly do your stuff on social media and call it a community. And like I said, like religion, community is not a marketing strategy. It's a business strategy. Religion has been doing this for ages. It's their only marketing channel, but it's also their business strategy. They bring people together and they're the umbrella of something amazing. So, yeah. I always like to finish with this. Whatever you do in marketing, in business, please, please, please always make sure that the value of what you're trying to sell lives up to the power you have for selling it. Otherwise, you might have the prettiest marketing ever, you might have the best advocates ever, but then there's no value there, and that's just silly. So if you think spending money on marketing is your solution for everything, no. Spend money on business, on your product, and spend money on actually engineering inside what the value that you can bring out to your users. So yeah, I hope that was useful, and off to build your unique communities now. Oh. I'm not sure if Insights will put this online, but if you like the topic, there's like a little list of things here that's really cool articles, super nice. They might be, some of them are white papers, they might be blocked, but you know how to get them. There we go. Questions?
Thank you very much. Do we have any questions?
Hi, Nuno. Thanks for the presentation. That was
No, thank you.
fun to watch. Great analysis. Quite curious. I saw that within a lot of the brands that we're talking about, there's always this human aspect in the sense of Tommy Hilfiger, it's a name. Virgin has Richard Branson behind it. The face on the Starbucks logo. And even companies like Nike, obviously numerous spokespersons.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, these humans, these faces, people that we relate to as a natural instinct, from a religion perspective,
Mm-hmm.
how would you perceive Jesus?
Jesus could be, it's a good way for Christianity. But no, I mean, we are engineered, all of us, to feel close to people. So even when you think of a brand and you think of describing a brand, you describe the brand as a person, as if it exists. So having a spokesperson is all fine and nice. I mean, I've got nothing pro or against it. If it works for you, if the person has the charisma to champion the things that you want to, if the person is relatable enough, it will just happen naturally. So it's not about putting someone to the front and say, you're the face of the brand now. But if a person is like that, it will happen naturally. And then if you notice, oh, this guy's like doing the good stuff, then you champion it. You go like, yes, you go be the face of the brand. That's really cool. But I don't have any view pro or against. It happens. It works for some. It doesn't work for some. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Subway. For some it works, for some it doesn't. But you know, that's how it is.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for your talk.
No, thank you for
Very
coming.
interesting.
I just want to let you know that you need two microphones. We're not being weird. It's just helping the sound with the camera. So you can always have two mics. Okay.
Okay. Great. So, one of the human killers you mentioned was space.
One of the, yes,
Yeah.
one of the pillars.
Yeah. Religion work with. You know, today it's a bit difficult to find a physical space. So I imagine a good alternative would be website, internet, etc. My question is it indeed like a good strategy to choose to go through internet? And if someone decides to do so, what, out of your experience, what would you say would be the major obstacles someone would face?
The major obstacles of someone who fails?
Yeah.
Sorry, so, because it's difficult to get physical space.
Yeah.
In here, the notion of space is metaphorical. It's the space that I talk about is just like a forum. A forum, a public forum, not an online forum, but it's a space where people can talk and interact with each other, be it online, be it physical, whatever it is, whatever the form. It's the idea. This notion of space is allowing people to interact between themselves, not with you, nothing about you. This is not about the brand. To interact with themselves, to speak about their shared interests, because these people, for example, in my example at Boticca, these people were interested in craftsmanship. And the space was for them to talk about it. They probably didn't care about us that much. We were just, a shop. But the obstacles might be, the biggest obstacles that you might find might be poor symbols. If it's not worth talking, if it's not worth championing, if you don't have a vision that makes me want to be better, I will find it very difficult to join whatever you're trying to do. Yeah, and I think that would be the biggest hurdle. Also, trying to overdo it. Do it organically and slowly. If you think people want to talk about it, maybe give them a single channel, a bit of space, see how it goes. Don't completely re-engineer something around the notion of community. Was that?
Yeah, my question was too general.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make another general question. So, it's clear from religion that it doesn't mean that what people want to talk about is true, or generally they want to hear what they want to listen, what serves their interest. So my question would be how to direct these people, give the right direction to them. So let's say you have a blog and people just don't talk about other stuff, or they just focus on making, let's say, a useful and productive conversation about the topic, about the value you want to implement.
So maybe make a community around the value that your blog does. The thing is, you don't direct people. You don't tell them anything. Let them be, let them exist, have a very, very, very good set of symbols, and have a very good set of beliefs, and people will naturally talk about it, but just don't tell them anything. Don't tell them, you should talk about this, or no, that's really, really, really bad. They have to just exist, and if they want to fight, let them fight. Let them eat cake, it's fine.
Hey, so Nuno, I know you from my personal and professional life, but I have to say I never heard you on stage. Should I hold this? Yeah. And you totally nailed it, so congrats. Now on to my question. It's a specific question. It's very specific. So you mentioned several types of communities. So for instance, Virgin. You mentioned Virgin, right? So I think it's a community, definitely. But it's like triggered by Richard Branson's. Whenever you post something, then it drives discussion. So it's a leadership-driven community. Could be, I'm not sure. And then Boticca, it didn't sound like this. So my question is, what different types of communities do you have? If you can typify, if you can clusterize it.
Okay.
Somehow.
No, I can't. You know me. I'm not a structured thinker. I deal with chaos, and if probably an infinite number, I would say. They can all be so specific or so general. The idea here, and when you mention Richard Branson, would you call that a community? Because when I talk about community, I talk about people talking between themselves about something that they believe in, talking between themselves about, in this case, your brand. But I'm not sure if I would call Virgin as a group and Richard Branson as a person. I'm not sure if there's a community about them.
Maybe it's like Elon Musk as a brand itself.
Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a brand.
He's Elon Musk. Then.
Yeah.
Like as a person, I mean, he has a lot of followers, but it's triggered like whenever he says something. People go nuts.
But is there a community about Elon? Probably there is. There will be somewhere a community about Elon Musk, but it could be triggered by him. It could be because of his leadership, or which is more likely, it's talking about his vision. He wants the cleaner future, the set of things that actually make you tick. This, oh yeah, this green hippie earth that we're all walking towards. And that's what generates the communities about Tesla and about Elon Musk, and also the kind of comments that he makes, the futurology that he makes. But as you see, it's all about the beliefs. Specifically for the brand, for Tesla, I mean, having a Tesla is a pretty awesome symbol that you are part of the Tesla community. And Tesla actually does a very, very good job at community. So they have forums for the cars and for the car owners forums, and you know, you can just go there and talk. Oh, I found that my car does this today, and people just end up talking about everything. But it's not Elon Musk specifically. Again, it's the belief of the company. It's the vision, and that's what makes people talk. And customer support. That does communities, especially with
Sorry to cut the question and answer short, but we're actually taking to a break. You can find Nuno outside. Sorry, I gotta pronounce that wrong again. Nuno?
So, no, yeah.
Correct.
Perfect.
I can't even spell it. N-U-N-O.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you.
Spoken out, certainly.